class. You're welcome. My name is Osanya Kachi, a math teacher. We started inequality last time. In our previous classes, we solved examples and I show you some signs used in solving inequality. And I also remember that we used graph to represent inequality results. When you solve an inequality, the result you have, you can represent it in a graph, a number line graph. So today, I want to bring to your notice what to have in mind when you are solving inequality. Something like, in quotes, laws you need to observe. Laws you need to observe. So the first one, please write. I don't want to write, I've just solved. Write. Take it down. Inequality remains true when you add or subtract the same number from both sides. When you add the same number to both sides or subtract the same number from both sides. Inequality remains the same or remains true if you add the same number to both sides or subtract the same number to both sides. For example, let's prove it. Example 1, if you have 7 is greater than 5, if you decide to add, let's say 3 to both sides, you have 7 plus 3 is greater than 5 plus 3. Here is 10 greater than 8. That means even when you add 3 to the right hand side and also to the left hand side, the equation or the law still remains true. Okay, let's say if you have 2 is less than 3. So that's the second one. 2 is less than 3. If you add the same number here, if you add any number to the left and to the right, so long as it's the same number, you will also have the left hand side less than the right hand side. Okay, I want to use 2. You can use another number to test for it. So I want to use 2. So you have 2 plus 2 is less than 3 plus 2. So 4, what we mean by less than means that the number is smaller than what is at the right hand side. You understand? So you have 4 less than 5 is also true. So in this place we said that the 7 is greater than or bigger than 5. So if whatever number you add to the right hand side and to the left hand side, the same number, please take note. It means that the right hand side must or always be bigger or greater than the right hand side. The left hand side is greater than the right hand side. So let's take an example. Remember what we did in balancing method. We will use it now to solve maybe one or two examples. We use it to solve one or two examples, then we go to another law. Do you understand? So let's draw a line. If you are asked to solve 5 or x plus 5 is less than 7. From what we did in balancing method, what we are looking for here is x. What we are looking for is x. So, for you to remove this 5 from the left-hand side, you know what to do. That's subtraction. You subtract from the left and also subtract from the right. So, we'll have x plus 5 minus 5 is less than 7 minus 5. That means 5 minus 5 will give me 0. We have removed this 5 using balancing method. So we have here now that 5 minus 5 is 0. So you have x. 7 minus 5 will give me 2. It's less than 2. So x is less than 2 is our answer. You have seen how we use balancing method to solve it. So inequality remains true when you add the same number at the right hand side and at the left hand side, or when you subtract the same number from the right hand side or from the left hand side. So I'll solve another one, the last one before we go for break and come back in the next video. So the next one is, let's say you are given x minus 5 is greater than 2. Okay, leave it like that. X minus 5 is greater than 2. Like we did here now, how will you remove minus 5 from the left hand side? For you to remove 5 from the left hand side, minus 5, mind you, for you to remove minus 5 from the left hand side, what you will do is, you have x minus 5, that's this number, you add 5 to it, is greater than 2, you also add 5 to it. So you have minus 5 plus 5 will give me 0. We don't need it. Minus 5 plus 5 is out. When you use your number line also, you will you will realize that minus 5 plus 5 is 0. So if minus 5 plus 5 is 0, you have x is greater than 2 plus 5 will give me 7. So we have arrived at an answer that x is greater than 7. X is greater than 7. That means x can be 7.1, 8, and all the rest of them, all the rest of the numbers. So at this point, we have to pause. You wait for me at the next video. We will do some laws, so to say, on how to solve inequality and do more examples on it. See you at the next video.